Man City have just battered Luton Town 5-1 at the Etihad. And you know what? We all expect them to get some score lines, but at the same time, Luton Town are fighting for survival. And these are the sort of teams that you do not want to be playing at this stage of the season. But at the same time, these are the sort of teams you don't want to be facing technically in Manchester City as well. I'm absolutely livid. Don't get me wrong. Great goals, beautiful football, and it is what it is. A lot of players got rest. No Rodri, so forget all of that. No Rodri, that means the whole team capitulates. I think that Rumour can go to bed a little bit. It can be useful when it's a big team. But anyways, look, smash the like button because I'm livid and I'm going to tell you why in just a second, and subscribe if you're new. All the time, we have to, when it comes to Manchester City, we have to normalise their brilliance. It's as simple as that. But we have to be honest with ourselves. I have been twerking for Arsenal and I still will continue to twerk for Arsenal. But they are now creeping up with goal difference. And now I need an Arsenal win to go and match that. They need a +4 goal difference because on that notice, I think at this moment of time, I think it's gone down from 12 now to 8. So over to you, Arsenal. Liverpool, I hope you crumble anyways. This City team is just re-galvanised, and it's looking quite scary on my end because I do not want Manchester City doing another three-peat, let alone a double, let alone another flipping trophy. Yeah, all you twerkers for Man City that want to win the league and you're a United fan, be ashamed of yourself. But I've got nothing but praise for this team. We're going to break it down even from the first half to the second half. Now, the first half, we can always say what it is. City were moving the ball and they were creating chances, just couldn't get the back of the net, and Luton defended really, really well. And on that part, they had 19 shots as well. And it was pretty much a capitulation. It was just like Luton just bound to capitulate. And it did happen in the second half. Doku, don't even get me started on how good this guy is. This is why I don't get onto young players, especially like him, and how raw he is looking in the Premier League at this moment of time. But there's another name I need to just... I can't not gas him up, right? My man of the match today is not to any of the goal scorers. And I don't believe he scored either. Rico Lewis is looking that much more special. And he goes so under the radar. I'm not joking. He does not get any sort of praise, doesn't get any England shouts, maybe because he's in such a brilliant City team. But remember, we all had the narrative, including myself in a way. And I think even City fans can agree that City have not looked the same this season. So they have not been put on the same pedestal as the Arsenal and Liverpool's because they've been getting all the praise, all the PR, all of that. However you want to type of stuff, including myself. You can shape it however you want. But Man City are just doing this thing where they just annihilate Palace by just outscoring them. They just annihilate Luton, and it's just not going to stop there. They're just pretty much about to annihilate Real Madrid in the Champions League and probably go to the final. Let's be real with ourselves. Bayern Munich aren't stopping them, and Arsenal could be the best bet that we have to hope for in case to stop someone like Man City. But I have to ask myself, would I rather Man City win the Champions League and get a 2, or would I want Arsenal to potentially get 1? That's another sticky situation. I have to fight with these 3 musketeers of shit, and I can't help myself to have to pick one of these evils. Right now, the evil I don't want winning the league, I don't feel that probably will win the league. But we don't know because they're having a bit of a downfall at the moment called Liverpool. And the other one is called Manchester City. And this is the beast and this is the shark that they were all screaming about last season. I've had enough and someone needs to stop them because I look at their run and there's only one team. How dare we as fans think that Tottenham at business end of the season are going to stop Manchester City? Why are we relying on flipping Tottenham? It's an absolute shambolic mindset to have to think that they're going to do anything because they're not. Because guess what? They just bottled that flipping Newcastle. Anyways, look, Man City, crazy. You can do all the stats you want, all the XGs you want, all the ball possession you want, 73% if you want to know. If you want to know the XG was about 3.34. Absolutely annihilated Luton. Luton Town have been known to go to different teams away from home and give them a great game. And they just got smacked up by, you could even call it technically half, maybe just over half Man City A team and the rest of the B team. Rico Lewis is so good, and I don't know where his best position is, whether it's right back, whether it's maybe in a 6th position as a dictator, or whether it's an 8 going up the pitch. See, I'm probably even left back at that. He could probably play anywhere in the midfield. I've seen him in an attacking sense. I saw how he's moving down the edge of the box, and it's not the only time I've seen him moving down the edge of the box. Go look at him how he's playing down at right back with with Oscar Bob down the right-hand side. See, I don't know where to put it. You can't get the ball off him. And the thing is, he's got a lot more growing to do. 19 years of age, he's got so much potential to obviously grow into. And it's just, the sky's the ceiling. He doesn't get the hype as maybe the Kobe Miners of the world and maybe some of the Liverpool youngsters of the world and whoever else is on that market today. But he's just quietly going on about his business. He doesn't seem to get himself into any sort of troubles. and it just looks like he's got a good, obviously, head on his shoulders, and he's just focused on football and learning. And that's probably a player that Pep loves so much. A player that I compared him to before was a bit of a Fabian Delph when he's at fullback, you know, not madly fast, great at keeping the ball, and got a great pass at him. And when he goes in there, obviously inverted in the midfield, it looks so suited to it. But obviously, Fabian Delph had his potential limits and then his limits. And Rico's potential is way higher than a Fabian Delph, because obviously modernised football, modernised players get better and better. But for me, he's definitely man of the match. He's the one that ran stuff today. Kovacic, great goal. Gavardio, do your thing. Haaland got a couple goals. And you know what? We can probably all admit Haaland probably was not the best player on that pitch today whatsoever. You know, got taken off that at a good time, got rest. KDB doing KDB things again, got taken off at a good time, good rest. No Foden, not needed. And this City team is looking like they're going to win at least one more trophy this season, and it makes me flipping sick. FA Cup, Man United have got Coventry, they got Chelsea. We all expect this to be a Man United City final again. Now, at this moment of time, do I even like my own team? No. So do I think I'm going to stop them in the FA Cup final? I have bits of hope, but guess what? Probably not. Pep Guardiola, I think he's lost like one final in his whole career. But obviously, records are meant to be broken, and obviously things can happen. You never know in a game of football. Chelsea might even do their thing. But this team is looking absolutely spine-chilling right now, and this is the City that we all know and that we all fear, and that's a fact. And we can't deny it. They're probably going to win every single game towards the end of the season, and it's absolutely annoying, frustrating, and that's probably the correct title to have. Is literally Man City are scary. It's as easy as that. I don't care if it's Luton. I'm not going to just gas up. I've gassed up Liverpool this season. I've gassed up, obviously, Man City in moments, and I've obviously gassed up Arsenal. And this is just another one that you have to gas up. I didn't get to it for Palace. I didn't get to it for the game before, but I'm going to do it for this game. Right. Ederson being back huge, made a great save. And obviously, one thing that obviously annoyed City fans is definitely not keeping that clean sheet. Stupid for Matheus Nunes, because he was having such a great run. He was having an okay game. And then obviously his touch was looking like Prince Andrew's touch. Not great at all, mate. Probably a prison sentence for that. But other than that, obviously, Kanji, who's been Man City's best defender, don't argue with your nan. He's been their best defender, having an easy day. And obviously, Luton didn't have a sniff. They had a little bit of a spell, but they didn't really have a sniff whatsoever. Alvarez got some run-out time as well. I thought, you know, he was unlucky not to score. Had a couple of good chances. Doku, in the first half, needed to make a bit better decision, but in the second half, you know, menace to society, absolutely ripping that fullback to shreds, or obviously a right centre back even, if not both of them. And that goal was one of, for me, probably top 10 goals of the season. That was ridiculous, and that's what we know Doku to do and what he's about. And this was in a low block system as well, not even like a team that's got at him or they're on a transition. Doku absolutely put them in a spliff and sent them to McDonald's and said, "Go get me a cheeseburger." It was absolutely delicious. But yeah, man, look, other than that, easy food. And Vardio is growing in confidence, and the fact that there was a stream yesterday saying he's underwhelming. It absolutely baffles me. Vardio has been one of the more consistent defenders at Man City. He's playing out of position and he's knowing his position. And that's how you learn this. That's what Guardiola does with the young lot. You know, he makes them learn different positions, different roles, because if it comes down to it, he's going to need in there. So this is valuable experience, and you can see Diaz, you can see the Kanjis, and you can also learn off the John Stones of the world. Big win. Make sure you smash the like button, and on the way out, do subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Just a little reminder, and big up your damn selves. Don't let this double peak happen, this double three peak. I'm severely sick of it, even the thought of it. I will have to go missing for a couple